The mics are hot, and so's the gossip. Let's get into it in 3. Welcome to In 3. I'm Danielle Graham.
And I'm Kylie.
And this is our big Oscars episode.
So exciting.
So exciting.
This is our Olympics.
Cal, this is what we know.
Yeah, this is what we're best at.
Yeah.
Truly in our element.
This is our wheelhouse.
Yes.
But before we get to all that, how was your weekend?
My weekend was great.
Yeah?
It was filled with preparation for my big departure tomorrow.
How happy are you?
I am leaving you behind for 5 full days.
Awful.
Headed to the Dominican.
How dare you?
Home of Zoe Saldaña.
Yes.
Big Oscar winner. And yeah, I'm feeling great about it.
I can see it. You came in with a little extra
great
pep in your step today.
Yeah.
You are a sunshine-loving, heat-loving queen, and I'm really excited that you're going away. I hate that you're leaving me here, but I love it for you.
Truly happiest on the equator, which we have been incredibly far from for the last few weeks.
Facts.
And not to harp on the winter, but yes, I am ready for some vitamin D.
I'm with you.
Yes.
I was happy to share this with you that I spent some of the weekend watching Love is Blind so we could do the reality thing together.
Well, thank you for your service.
You're so welcome.
It is a great honor to talk about reality TV with you, something I don't get to do nearly enough.
I know. And I have watched every season, I think about 1. So this show is kind of my thing. This is a terrible season of Love is Blind. I can't be the only one who thinks that.
No, I think the whole world is over this season. I actually I don't even know, are they all different people or is it one person? All these men look the same.
They all look the same.
I'm like, it's Dave, it's Bob,
it's Ken,
Peter. I don't know who these people are.
Same.
They look the same.
They are interchangeable.
These very, very white, very, very bland.
Same hairline.
Very, very non-emotionally intelligent men.
Right. In a chino. That is the look. It is not interesting. I got through maybe 4.5 episodes and I was like, I can't do this anymore. Skip it.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
And these men are problematic.
So where's the background checks, people? Who's doing their research?
That. I don't know. And in this day and age with the TikTok and the social media, it's all going to come out eventually. So
yeah. And these people go through psychological testing before they put them in these scenarios. Very in depth.
Yeah.
So okay. So from the lowest of low brow.
Yeah.
To the Academy Awards.
There you go.
The red carpet we watched.
Yes.
Which was so fun to see, the stars come out. I love the look of the carpet this year with this kind of rose gold vibe, which I thought was really nice.
I thought the whole look of the Oscars was very modern. I felt like it was the first time that they were like, yeah, just doing something new. And I agree it worked.
Yeah, it really did. And then the first star that I shared my gaspy, oh my God, looks so beautiful look to you was Ari. I loved Ariana's look.
You did? Wait, you didn't send me that.
Didn't I?
No, you sent me Demi was the first one you were gasping.
Oh.
But okay, Ari, so you loved it.
Oh, I loved Ari. And do people not like it?
No,
I think not
that
liking it?
I think that people were just so happy that she brought something because she's been so sleepy in her wardrobe choices. I think leading up to the Oscars. So I think everyone was like, okay, bam, there it is. There's the movie star Ari that we've been waiting for.
This was fashion, high fashion. I love the structure. I thought it was perfect. I feel like she must have been reserving this one and kind of parked it just for the Oscars because it was really special and really memorable.
Yeah.
I loved how it looked in video and I loved how it looked in photos. And that's how you know a dress is a winner, when it shoots well on all kind of systems and programs and platforms. It just looks so good.
Yeah.
And it was still pink, but it was blush.
Yes.
I just really loved it.
It was definitely still in theme with the character, with the Glinda character, but certainly more high fashion. It felt much more elevated. Yeah. It also was doubling as a table for her phone. I saw her throughout the night plopping her phone on the actual dress, and it was just like a shelf.
I loved it.
And yeah, I mean, for me, with the Oscars, I guess the question is, if she had won, would she look back and love that look? I think if you thought you were going to win, I would think, and I think that in history with other Hollywood stars, they go a little bit more classic so that it feels timeless.
Like the Julia Roberts winning dress, which is the one that we all recall when we think of a winning dress.
Julia Roberts or even Gwyneth Paltrow, just something a little bit more elegant and classic. But that's not Ari. She's edgy. She is our pop queen.
Yes.
And I think it worked.
Okay, then the question is, Zoe Saldaña, did you love her winning dress?
I hated it.
Yeah, it wasn't my favorite either.
I hated it. And I love sort of a man repeller style.
You do?
You know, we differ in that way. I'm like, I'm not necessarily dressing for it to be, you know, the hottest, sexiest thing. I didn't think it worked, but I don't know if this is a popular opinion, but I'm not feeling Zoe Saldaña in general right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Too much?
I just, it's not reading authentic to me.
Okay.
I feel like there's a lot of I don't know. Last night I used the word obnoxious. I don't want to come down hard. She obviously had a big night.
Yes.
And very happy for her win. I'm just not feeling her.
I get it. There's a lot of feelings and it's very expressive.
Yes.
And there's a lot of tears, which I don't want to, diminish.
No.
But I can see how it could be a little bit like, okay, I kind of feel like that about Kieran Culkin, if I'm being honest. I'm kind of like, okay, I get it. This is your thing, but I've kind of seen enough of it, if we can say that. I don't know.
No, I feel you. I think there's a bit of overexposure on both of them and just taking one characteristic and inflating it and blowing it up so that it's like their only personality trait. And that's how I feel about Zoe.
Who was your favorite dress on the red carpet?
Well, we both gasped for Demi.
Like, perfect.
Now that is a winning dress, and unfortunately didn't get to take the main stage, but
it was
to
something.
me she was radiant and glittery and glistening and sequined and stunning.
Happy and
the structure of the dress, she just looked unbelievable.
She did. And I really do believe she went in thinking she had
did.
more than she had at least maybe an 85% chance of winning. Probably.
Yeah.
I would think.
And I don't think she went into award season expecting that, but obviously the ramp up, she was the clear favorite. She's won most of the awards. I think the only one she didn't was the BAFTAs.
Right.
So I definitely think, she chose this dress as her winning dress. But she was so stunning. She won the carpet for me. I also loved Halle Berry.
Oh my God.
And I love that this is like a moment for women over 50. Like,
yes.
Let's go. All my best dressed are women over 50.
Just killing it.
I cannot with Halle Berry.
And that kind of detail, like mirrors and sequins, are so difficult to wear. Trust me, I've made some mistakes with dresses like that because they just really do reflect and reveal a lot.
Right.
Incredible.
What
Halle
I heard
Berry.
from Halle is that she put it on and had never felt better in an outfit in her life. And it showed.
It did.
And that face card never declines. Her ability to pull off a slick down hair, like she could be bald. She could do whatever she wants. And her face card is insane.
It's perfect.
And she had so much fun. I mean, obviously she wasn't nominated and you can feel that lightheartedness.
Yeah.
Of course, she's most famous for a moment that she shared with Adrian Brody in his first win. Yeah. Which was when she was presenting that award to him and he came on stage and gave her a big old smooch, like dipped her smooched her. A legendary moment, iconic. And on the carpet, I don't know if you saw this, but they had a moment where she saw him on the carpet, ran up to him, grabbed him, dipped him, and smooched him whilst his girlfriend was standing there and all the press was there to see. And they had a giggle. I thought that was so cute.
I did too. And I loved how she actually said to Georgina Chapman, Adrian's partner, I just have to do this. So... Yeah, like
and any good supportive partner would be like,
have at it.
You absolutely do.
You do.
I co-sign.
Yes.
Can we talk about Georgina Chapman for a second?
We have all the time to talk about Georgina Chapman.
I don't know if it's really common knowledge that Adrian Brody's partner, whom he thanked on stage and is very much in a loving partnership with, is the ex-wife of Harvey Weinstein, has 2 kids with that man, with that monster.
Yep.
And now has been in a 5 or 6 years long committed relationship with Adrian Brody, and also used to be a huge clothing designer.
Yeah, her clothing line is Marchesa, and she has been wearing Marchesa.
Oh, has she?
Throughout award season.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so she has been kind of reinvigorating the brand a little bit by wearing it to certain red carpets. Yeah, and I know that, after the Harvey Weinstein, when we learned about the monster that he is, her brand really took a hit. Like there was a big no Marchesa, don't wear Marchesa.
Well,
and it went from being a really coveted brand and a brand with a lot of value to being like,
persona non grata, like absolutely not. And I think that that's appropriate in that case.
Yeah.
She was obviously an innocent bystander of that whole situation, like that poor woman and the trauma she must have endured, and and their children. So love to see her in a happy relationship. Adrian Brody and Harvey Weinstein, put them next to each other, could not look less similar.
Oh my God, no. Yeah, and also and I want to talk about the show in a bit, but like the way that Adrian Brody spoke, just a really emotionally evolved human being.
Yes.
What a leap from where she was.
Yeah, and he's really dated some hotties. I hear that in person, I don't know if you've met him.
Yes,
but in person, Adrian Brody is very sexy. I've heard
there is a swagger and a sexiness and a coolness. I also loved on the red carpet the ghost reunion of Demi Moore and Whoopi Goldberg. I thought that was really cute too. And I loved seeing their reaction to seeing one another. It was genuine happy. It was like, oh my God, you. I just thought it was really great. I thought Whoopi's dress was a bit much.
I was going to say, I'm a Whoopi stan. I adore her. Anyone who knows me knows that Sister Act 2 is like top 3 for me of iconic movies. Love Whoopi. No,
she looked uncomfortable herself.
It's just an odd choice. For her, it just, to me, it really felt like she didn't embody that dress. Like there's no part of that dress and her personality that makes sense and enmesh in a way that it feels comfortable.
Yep.
Both visually and sort of like theoretically.
Yeah. None of it made sense.
It was a strange choice.
Yeah. It did not feel, she does for me, especially when you see her, in her everyday, she seems like a person who leans into comfort. She's kind of like the female Adam Sandler. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
I've done the Oscars in discomfort like that, where you're like, I'm uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Last night I did the Oscars like Adam Sandler. I was full Adam Sandler watching the show.
Yeah.
And I was so happy.
Yeah.
I was so happy.
But there must be a part of you that when you watch it, I mean, you have seen all of the ins and outs, the moments that no one else gets to see from, having been there for so many years at the red carpet.
Yeah.
So what does that feel like for you?
Oh, it was the best. I mean, there is nothing like the Oscars. The Oscars are something to be seen.
Yeah.
They really are. You know what it is? It's like seeing something for the first time that you've seen on TV for so long. You're like, oh, this is it.
This is how it comes together.
This is where they come in. This is where the cars are. Oh my gosh, this is where the photos are. It's that kind of, it's like you're like walking into a movie set.
Right.
It's very, very surreal to see it in person.
Yeah.
Some of the moments I loved seeing over the years. So there's the red carpet part where, the stars expect to see the press and the photo people and the video people. And they kind of turn this corner where they start to head into the theater. And by that point, except for the glam bot, shout out glam bot.
Right.
There isn't a lot of camera action. And they kind of think that they're off the radar here.
Right.
It's like I'm not as heat scory in this location. So this is where you see like publicists passing someone a mint or somebody powdering your nose. Or I've caught people going like, just to their publicist, like, I don't want to talk to that person.
Right.
I don't want to talk to that person. Cover me. We've all been there.
Yes.
Cover me.
Hard no.
Dodging people. I've seen people cutting a line. I've seen a line cut. Because there's another kind of opportunity to kind of either sneak into the theater. It's like, I'm going to cut the line. So there's a lot of collisions that you can catch. And it's a lot of fun.
I love
especially
that.
when people don't know you should always think you're being watched, especially when you're there.
What did you think of Cythia Erivo's dress?
I liked the nod to Oz, but it actually was more of a nod to Dracula for me. It was this part, the neck part.
Yeah, it was definitely giving Maleficent.
I actually loved her outfit at the Vanity Fair Oscar party much better than the one she wore on the red carpet. I thought that was just a lot more fun.
Her dress at the party was white.
Yes.
Which I thought was an interesting choice. I feel like it almost signifies the end of the road for the Elphaba character.
Yeah, we're done.
Because she has made very bold, very dark, very moody choices throughout the press tour and throughout award season, and then to come with a white dress after the Oscars and sort of I thought it was like a punctuation on the end of that.
Rebirth. Listen, this woman is smart and everything she does is with intention.
Yes.
So it's very possible that it's like a new.
Yes.
Fresh and new. We back to Ariana. She did not walk with Ethan Slater on the carpet, which for me was like, this is it, guys.
Yeah.
We all know, as we've talked about, you didn't this whole time. Just why not? Unless it was out of respect for his ex-wife and their child is the only reason it made sense to me why they didn't do the carpet together.
That's giving them a huge benefit of the doubt.
I'm wondering, did they not do so we're talking about the shedding of Wicked, because the Oscars really are where we say goodbye to a movie, or that's kind of the feeling of it.
Yeah.
It's the end.
The end of the road.
Yes.
Of the press road.
The end of the yellow brick road, if you will, here.
Yeah.
And so this is the goodbye. The question is, is he going to be in the picture 6 months from now? Or did he live in a very specific Wicked bubble that they've lived in? Like they've really lived in this Wicked bubble from production to promotion to award season. They have lived in Oz.
Yeah.
Oz is over.
We're
back in the real world.
Right.
Click those shoes.
Yeah.
Does he make it beyond this?
That is a great question.
Because she's going to have to shed Glinda now. She Glinda'd her way down that red carpet. Lots of hands, lots of that has to be done. And we know she loves a pivot. She loves a reimagining. She loves a new persona.
Yep.
Is he still in the picture?
This is a great question.
I don't know.
Although, they're going to come up on another huge press tour when the second movie comes out.
Oh, good point.
Right?
How far away are we from that?
A couple years, I think.
I can't see Ethan Slater in the picture for a couple years.
I don't know. I mean, so when we talk about someone like Adrian Brody, or we talk about someone like Pete Davidson, and we're like, okay, they're not traditionally attractive, but I can see it. I can see the vibe that would really, be magnetic and really rope in some of these incredible women.
Right.
When I look at Ethan Slater, I can't quite put my finger on what it is about him that is attractive. I mean, I'm sure he's a lovely person.
Sure.
But to me, like, he doesn't embody swagger, in my opinion.
Listen, Ariana has not historically, kept partners for very long periods of time. A couple of years, but no one's, she's lived a lot of life for 31. Really, she has.
Yeah.
And I just think that if we're saying goodbye to that we might be saying goodbye to the whole thing. It's possible by spring Ethan
You're
Slater
right.
could
and
be.
then in that case, it's a good choice to not walk. And maybe that was deliberate on her part.
That's what I wondered. I thought, is this because you don't want these photos from your Oscar nomination to live on with him in them? There has to be that. You have to consider these pieces because those photos do live on forever and ever and ever. Amen.
Can we talk about Andrew Garfield?
Yes.
On the carpet?
Yes.
Now, this man, he has been the favorite sort of darling.
You love him.
Since the Globes.
Yes.
And he's had a full glow up. And I just think he's so feeling himself in a way that is really visceral.
Yeah.
And remember, he had that moment at the Globes when everyone was like swooning over his moment when he was putting his glasses on and fidgeting with his necklace. And now it's just, this is his thing.
Yeah. He's just hot now.
Yeah, but this is just his thing now. He has a shtick. It's the glasses, it's the pendant, it's the constant lapel flipping and sorting and touching, and the moody glasses. He looked amazing.
Can I tell you whose dress I really didn't like? I don't know if we're going to fight.
Okay.
And if we fight, that's fine.
Okay, let's hear it.
Kylie. It was inappropriate and it looked cheap. And if the narrative that people are kind of associating with that couple is that she looks like his stepmom, it looked like stepmom.
Is that the narrative?
Yeah, people are like, the look between these two is, she just presents so much older for so many. I think some of the, the work and things and the way she dresses, she just looks a lot older than her actual age.
Interesting.
And she just, I really think she missed the mark with that dress.
I don't think he had a problem with it.
No, he didn't.
Like he had a problem with it.
No, he didn't.
Timmy had zero qualms with that dress.
You? What do you think?
Yeah, like it's so Kylie coded. I didn't love it. I don't usually love her fashion choices, but it was very sexy. It was very showy.
Yeah.
In a way that I didn't think was necessary. Like wear that to the after party is my feeling.
I agree.
I think she could have worn something classier, but it's Kylie. This is her vibe. She's bodylicious. And I like that she didn't walk the carpet. I think we thought maybe they would walk the carpet together, but I think she was giving him his flowers.
Yep.
And letting him have this moment. And so I thought that was appropriate. And then they were just pretty much making out all night, it looked like.
They were.
Which I love for them. They're young kids in love. And
that's
really what it was presenting.
Yeah.
He, on the other hand, in that actually,
I know,
quite similar to the color you're wearing now.
I am giving.
You're giving Timmy.
It wasn't intentional. Yellow is my favorite color. I did not love his look. It just looked not of the moment again. Like this is a big, big deal. And I understand he's doing the cool and the strange and a little bit different.
Yeah.
But the pants were almost like a denim.
I actually liked it. Of all of the Timmy looks, I thought this really kind of hit. We're always asking, like, why such a mature choice? Like, you have your whole life to wear these kind of matronly dresses or these old dated suits. And I love that Timmy's kind of enjoying his youth and really playing with it. Certainly wouldn't have been my call, but I'm not Timmy. And Timmy has also got the swag.
Yeah, he does. Mm-hmm. He does.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know that I find him attractive.
No.
Or I'm not attracted to him, but I love him.
Yeah.
Like he's just such a cutie cute.
He's such a cutie cute
yeah.
and also such a rock star. I think he's like sort of Gen Z's Leo DiCaprio.
Nice comparison.
Right?
Yeah.
He is such a talented actor, and this is his second Academy Award nomination, and we will continue to see him. What I like about him versus Leo takes himself so seriously.
Like the most seriously.
This man could not be less of a vibe.
Calm down.
Timmy is like, he's enjoying himself. He's out there. He's having a good time.
Yeah.
He's playing with his fashion, and I like that.
I do too.
You can be a serious actor and have fun with your fashion on the red carpet.
Yeah, you can be a serious actor and not take yourself too seriously as well.
Yeah.
I liked how when his award was up, she moved behind and his mom sat beside him. I thought that was really...
What a classy gesture.
What a classy gesture. I totally agree.
She wanted him to have that moment with his mom.
Yeah.
And that's a gesture of a woman who has kids.
Yes.
She gets it.
Great point.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, let's not forget that Kylie is a mom of 2.
And a stepmom to Timothée Chalamet. Staying on Timmy for a second, there was a moment where he got up to congratulate the people from Dune who won one of the sound or editing awards.
Right.
And then he kind of kicked a food box out of the way. Did you see that? It was like under his foot. It looked like a little takeaway container. And I thought, is he sitting in the front row
snacking?
Eating? Like, are people getting awards?
Well, maybe, stepmom Kylie brought him some snacks in case he got a little hungry.
Again, the mom is ever present.
A little nosh.
But it turns out Conan O'Brien left little snack boxes for the seat fillers and the other people in the theater.
No.
With a little note. It was a package of pretzels, a bottle of water, and a little note that said, I wanted to put gummies in here, but Disney said I couldn't.
No, that's so
From
cute.
Conan. And there was a little cartoon drawing. It was very, very cute.
I didn't know that. I thought maybe there was some sort of rumblings online that maybe he was eating nachos and queso. Well, and I thought, is he listening to the In3 podcast?
Well, there is a Baja Fresh right across from the theater, which is where I used to love to get my lunch when I was covering the Oscars. And I thought, did he get a little Baja Fresh?
All roads lead back to queso.
They really do. They really do.
So what did you think of Conan overall?
I thought he was fine. He's never my favorite.
Right.
Like in terms of comedians and award shows. Mm-hmm. He's never going to be like a 12 out of 10 for me. I thought some of the jokes were funny. I loved the Adam Sandler bit personally.
Yeah.
Like it just Chalamet. It was just so perfect, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
I was like, Conan knew that he couldn't do this alone, and so he called the person who everybody loves the most.
Yeah.
Like I think Adam Sandler just universally is so beloved, and it's just he brought him in for some goodwill and to just make sure he was, you know, nailing it.
Yeah.
And Adam did that. Two standout moments for me with Conan was, did you clock the Deadpool?
Did I clock a? I didn't clock a Deadpool.
You didn't clock Deadpool?
No.
Did you hear the song where he's wasting time?
Yes.
Deadpool made an appearance during that dance number.
What? I'm like physical Deadpool?
Yeah. And he was like, and he now bringing out Deadpool, and Deadpool did a little dance. So I don't know. For me, it was giving team Blake and Ryan.
It would have to,
right?
For what other reason?
So I felt like he had a couple of nods to some really juicy gossip, one of which was that having Deadpool there, I think, was a very distinct decision. And the second juicy thing that he referenced was the Drake and Kendrick.
Oh, that part.
That little thing.
We're halfway through the show, which is right about when Kendrick Lamar should come out and call Drake a pedophile.
Yeah. He said that.
He did.
He really went there.
He did.
And then proceeded to say that he has good lawyers.
Yeah.
To make sure that he's safe from the lawsuits from the Drake camp.
Just when Drake thought it's all quieted
clear.
down, it's done, it's over. No, Conan O'Brien has to put the paddles to that and reinvigorate it.
No, Drake's taking strays at the Oscars.
Oh my God.
And Kendrick stays winning.
He does. That part was funny. You're right. What did you think, because if we're getting into some of the early awards, what did you think of Kieran Culkin's speech and that back and forth with his wife about
glad you asked.
Promising another child, or now two, I guess, and let's get cracking on having another kid? I guess if you didn't catch the speech, Kieran Culkin won. He called back to an agreement he had with his wife about wanting another child, and she said, if you win the Oscar, I'll give you your fourth. So a third and a fourth child.
I think the joke that he was trying to make was that his wife didn't think he could do it.
Yeah.
Which I think is a funny joke. I didn't think that the joke he ended up making about the kids, it didn't land for me.
No, it felt really uncomfortable.
Very uncomfortable. I'm so glad we agree, because
so uncomfortable.
The internet is like, oh my God, cute. And I'm like, wait, what's cute about that? She doesn't want to have more kids, and now you're pressuring her on the biggest stage in the world.
Right. To actually jump from 2 to 4, because he wanted 3. And then she said, I'll give you the 4th if you win the Oscar. And now she's like, what do you mean give?
It's
like,
weird.
And what do you say we get cracking? I was like, now are we picturing these two having sex? Like, what are we doing here?
Well, I would
almost
almost
very
rather
weird.
picture them having sex than picture her feeling uncomfortable with the fact that he's pressuring her in her reproductive autonomy.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not trying to make it serious or feminist, but like, it was not comfortable for me to watch that. I didn't love it.
No,
and
I didn't either.
love Kieran.
I do too.
And we have loved him. I am feeling a little fatigued of his bit.
Yeah. Can I tell you the moment where I cried watching the show? Did you cry last night at all?
No.
Okay. I cried. Ariana Grande, Somewhere Over the Rainbow.
Not true. You're right. That part.
Yes. And it was the part where she sings the line, and the dreams that you dare to dream really can come true. I can't even talk about it. I was like, this girl dreamed this.
Yes.
She dreamed this whole thing from a small age.
Song.
And to play this role and to land it and nail it and get here, it was just so, like, I couldn't imagine how that would have felt to be her in that very, 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 very moment with that very specific line from that song, which also has other significant meaning because she did perform it at the One Love Manchester benefit concert many, many years ago, in the wake of the tragedy that took place. So, like, so many feelings wrapped up in that song. And then, and then the red dress with the ruby slipper detail on the back, which was just so special.
Dress, yeah. Over the Rainbow is a song that will always make me tear up. But she absolutely killed it. And Cythia Erivo, I mean, if she had won, which she didn't, but if she had won, she would have had an EGOT.
Oh my gosh, she was right there. I mean, it's in her future. There's no way
she'll have
doesn't.
her moment. 100%.
She will.
What did you think of Zoe Saldaña's acceptance speech?
I thought, I mean, looking for her mom.
The mommy. I know you're going to love that.
I am, because I'm like, I just imagine that was your kid.
Yeah. Okay.
You hated it. I know. But I was like, it's so cute.
You're shedding a tear.
Yeah, because I just like, again, it's like this pride of a parent. It just like, it would just, I mean, I would be a mess. There's no way. And I just couldn't imagine watching your kid achieve that. It would just be so massive. Sorry, I'm crying. Yeah. I know. Just like imagine bees up there yelling, Mom, where are you? I'm like, I'm over here. I'm here.
No, and it's true. And you're right.
The rest of it was a bit much, but that part, I was like, man.
Yeah.
You can go and hate this speech. It's fine. I'm fine. I can take it. I'm totally
No, I think
fine.
you're right. And now I feel like an asshole.
No, feel like an asshole. Be an asshole. I'm kidding.
It's just because I think if it had been anyone else, and I don't mean to be a hater.
You're not a hater.
Well,
you're not a hater.
I didn't love her speech. I felt like I just felt like it was a little bit gratuitous.
Yeah, and it can be performative. Yes, of course. Of course. Sorry, I cried. I don't know why I cried.
No,
I don't know why.
We're just feeling all the feels.
I have a lot of big feelings. I'm in that season where I've got a lot of big feelings. I don't know.
I think I'm in the minority in my opinion that I didn't love her
No,
speech.
The internet was annoyed by her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I'm minority.
Okay, my algorithm was telling me something different.
Did it go a little long? Yes, it did.
Yeah.
But so did Adrian Brody. He went a little bit long too.
Yeah.
And he didn't even care that he went a little bit long.
That man was not leaving that stage.
No, he wasn't. No. It started off weird, his acceptance speech, I thought. It was like thanking everybody in the world for being nice to him.
Yeah, I did clock that. I was like, wait, what? Is he just... I didn't know where it was going, but it was literally going nowhere. It was like, I just want to thank anyone who's ever been kind or respectful to me, ever.
The end.
Period. I was like waiting for... as it relates to being Jewish or as it relates to something else. Like, I don't know.
No, it was just a general blanket thank you world.
Yeah. I don't know. Actually, my feeling was that he was going to take it political and then decided not to.
You thought so?
I think because he did end up, talking about his Jewish roots. And obviously the Brutalist does have that topic. And so he did at the end acknowledge it, but I thought maybe his instinct was to go there first and then drew it back. And then that's why that sentence ended up being a bit strange.
Yeah, like he was going down a road and then
decided
made a right turn.
Yeah,
or
that's
left.
Almost maybe what I think it could have been.
That makes more sense because the rest of the speech felt a lot more cohesive and a lot more thought out.
Definitely.
I think there was the punctuation of, let's not let hate go unchecked. I thought that was a really great moment and a memory and a statement that was, I think people were, felt that and the weight of that. I thought that was really great. But what I will say is Georgina Chapman, like carrying the mental load of a mother and a partner, like the mental load for women is no joke.
Yeah, seriously.
Honestly, it's a full-time job. She's out there mental loading for him, catching his gum.
Yeah.
And as he's giving his acceptance speech, she's saying, thank your mom. Thank your mom. I'm like, can this woman just not do everything for everybody?
She really did that. She was cueing him, I think, through his whole speech, reminding him of people he was forgetting.
Yeah. And I thought, you know what? We all are Georgina Chapman. That's all of us. But like I can tell you right now, if Randall was up giving an acceptance speech, I would have to mental load. Make sure you thank A, B, C, and D.
100%.
But that's what women have to do.
Yeah,
and that I have the mental load is a real sore spot for me. And it's very triggering. And I felt a wee bit triggered by
Don't cry.
that. I'm not going to cry. No, I'm actually mad. I'm furious now. Told you I have a lot of big feelings today. I don't know what happened.
Into it.
I will say though, I was very sad for Demi Moore.
Yeah.
I think, and I was a little bit actually annoyed and angry, to be honest with you. And not taking anything away from Mikey. I'm not taking anything away from her and her win.
Yeah.
It's just there's so much behind Demi's story and of this and this movie and her career and what we've heard from her. It was hard. It just felt like she was overlooked.
I agree.
Yeah.
Huge snub. And I think the whole room audibly gasped. I think it should have gone to her. because Mikey Madison will have, many, many more decades of years of acting. And Demi really earned this almost more as a lifetime achievement moment,
for the catalog of work.
And everybody really was rooting for her.
And for the first time, probably in her life, she felt like that in that Hollywood world anyway.
100%.
Where everyone's rooting for me. They're behind me to come from where she's come from, which she shared so much of over the course of award season.
Yeah.
To not always feel like that.
Yes.
To finally be in favor and have people behind you to then have it end like that. I was just not pleased.
Yeah.
Again, not taking anything away from Mikey and her performance. It was great.
And it's fine. And that was a great, they're all great performances is the thing. And they all deserve to be awarded. It's not that. It's just this one really felt like it was Demi's moment and it felt like it was stolen from her. Now, I do love how she sort of soothed her soul after she didn't win. Her daughters posted a photo of her doing exactly what I would do.
Tell me.
She was snuggling her dog and eating French fries. And I thought that is perfect.
So did she go to she went to one party for
a hot minute. She did go to the parties, but I think in between she popped back to the hotel to change and whatever she had to do.
Yeah.
And
cry.
Cry, have a moment, a hug with your family. But it was the dog and it was the French fries and I was like, yep,
that's you.
I see you.
I see you. Add a smoothie in there, maybe a lip gloss. That is your
100. We are sorted.
That is your recovery moment. I did see her at the her outfit at the Vanity Fair after party and it was gold. And I thought, that dress was planned because you probably thought you were going to win. We all thought she was going to win.
I don't think anyone I just probably no one on her team thought, let's have a backup just in case you don't.
No.
The parties looked like a ton of fun. I love the parties because you now get a new crop of celebs in a new crop of outfits to look at.
Yes.
And certainly the fashion at the parties was giving something new.
No, it was, why was everybody so naked?
Everybody was unclothed.
I was like, first of all, I checked the temps last night.
Well, okay.
12 degrees.
Us. Oh,
it wasn't a hot night in California or a hot night in LA.
Not for a full boob out.
Okay, Megan Thee Stallion, full boob with...
She was giving Lil' Kim nipple pasty.
Yeah, one green nipple pasty. Olivia Wilde in a negligee and underwear, naked.
I feel like Olivia Wilde is still trying to do the revenge dress from Harry Styles, but that relationship was like 5 years ago.
He ran the Tokyo Marathon this weekend too, by the way.
He ran it really fast.
He did.
Yeah.
I love him.
I know.
And then Zoe Kravitz had her butt out.
I actually loved that dress.
Nope.
And that's a revenge dress too.
For sure it is. Channing Tatum's got a new girlfriend. And
Channing Tatum's got a new 25-year-old girlfriend.
Yeah. And she's in a dress with her behind out.
That's a nice behind. I can
great.
get behind that.
Oh my God.
I can.
Think about the Vanity Fair Oscar party. It's the biggest one, really, where everybody goes. But it's such a weird mix of people.
Yeah.
Because you get winners and nominees.
Yeah.
And then you get, Paris Hilton. All of your, you've got Zoe Saldaña holding an Oscar and Kieran Culkin holding an Oscar and Lindsay Lohan and Kendall Jenner.
Yeah.
It is such a weird, and Hailey Bieber was there as well.
She was.
Yeah. Sans Justin.
I don't
know if I'm reading into it, but when
choice.
I saw the photos of her from the party, she had sadness behind her eyes.
Oh.
I assumed, maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm misreading it. People don't want to, people, by the way, do not want to hear that we don't think the Biebs as well. People aren't.
Are they not happy with us about that?
No, people are just in general like, he's fine. He's great. He's fine. Leave him alone. I'm like,
well, it was his birthday weekend. He was 31 this weekend.
Right.
There was a lot of posts of them celebrating together where they looked very much happy and together. So I don't know.
Yeah.
But I think, it's got to wear on a woman, even if he is well.
Right.
Let's say, for instance, that he is. I don't think that is true, but even if he was well, to be emblazoned in this sort of isn't he controversy, and you have a kid and you're trying to protect your family and you want everyone to be happy, that would be stressful enough. But then also adding in the layer that like he is doing a lot of drugs. We know that because he's telling on himself on social media, smoking a lot of weed, which is still a drug. It's the same as if he was getting absolutely plastered and drinking alcohol all day, every day. We'd be like, bro, are you good? Yeah, alcohol's legal, but that is an unwell person. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if she's exhausted.
For sure.
And a little self-conscious about it probably.
Yeah, and maybe stepped out with her friends just to have a moment of like girlfriend time.
Yeah,
and
just
I'm
to have
with
a moment,
my friends here. And
a moment of girlfriend time, but also a moment to kind of take control of the narrative a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was probably a little bit of an escape for her as well.
It was.
Yeah. Can we talk about Kim quickly?
Kim at the Vanity Fair party?
Yeah. She found a way to do something new, which is to wear very little makeup. It was almost giving completely au naturel.
Is that what was different? I couldn't figure it out.
She was wearing, I think intentionally made it look like she was barefaced. And I wanted to get your take on this. I've actually been meaning to bring this up with you, just in the context of like Pam Anderson and her sort of renaissance in this world where she's sort of refusing to do glam and kind of keeping it really natural after a lifetime of, of lashes and all of the bells and whistles. So I wanted to get your take on what you thought of Kim's choice to go barefaced.
I knew something was different, and I thought, did she have additional work done? Was my first feeling, because she did look so different. Now I need to take a closer look to see what she did with her makeup. Was it one of those less makeup or no makeup looks?
It was a no makeup for sure.
Okay. I need to take a look at it. I was just distracted by the dress because the dress wasn't something we usually see her in.
No, I didn't like the dress at all.
No, the dress was not great. I actually thought, I'm like, this girl's bloated. This is a dress of somebody who's bloated and needed to cover the bloat.
We need an option.
You need a bloat option. We all need it. Bodies fluctuate.
So right.
That was a person who has got her period or something.
Yeah, no, it was a very odd choice, very non-bodycon. But I also think that Kim's decisions, I think sometimes, we've seen her at the Met Gala in like a black curtain,
right?
Where people are like expecting her to go bodycon and sexy and over the top makeup, and then she pulls it right back in a moment where you'd expect her to go really big. So I thought that the no makeup was.
Did you like it?
I did. I just like it when people change things up in a way that's unexpected. And so I did.
I, as you know, never change things up in a way that's unexpected.
Yeah.
I am.
Nor do I.
No, I am stuck, and I'm dug in here. I'm going to stay here.
Yeah.
Oh, I did have a moment though last night.
Oh.
Where I've seen my senior citizen look. I've got it now.
Okay.
I always wondered what I was going to do as I aged,
and
because I don't know that I can keep my hair like this forever.
Is it Goldie?
Meg Ryan.
Meg Ryan.
I'm going to go Meg Ryan when I hit that point. I'm going to keep it blonde, but I'm going to like lob it off, but I'm going to let it get a little bit wild in its wave. And I think that that's going to be that's where I'm going to go.
I can get behind that.
Because I could never, I could, but I don't know if I want to keep it long, but I still need to keep it somewhere where I feel safe.
No, that's a safe departure.
Do you think I could pull it off?
I do. And I loved how Meg looked.
Yeah.
And I loved that moment with Billy Crystal.
I did too.
I actually squealed and clapped.
Yeah.
In bed. And James was like, are you well? I'm like,
the no makeup, I feel like it works in a magazine. It works editorially. I think when you're in a situation with a ton of flashes and cameras and lights, you need a face.
Yeah.
And that's just from experience. You need a face for it to translate.
Yeah. And I feel as though with Pam, the first few times she did it, I thought it was so refreshing. And then I think she got locked into this, like, now I can't dial it back. Like, I can't walk this back. I am now the woman that
I'm barefaced.
Yeah. Like, this is what I do now. For Kim, I thought it was a nice differentiator from every other event, every other dress, every other thing.
Yeah, you're right.
And I think it's like, let's talk about Selena for a second, because she basically wore the exact same dress to the Oscars that she did to the SAGs.
Yeah,
right?
It's a different color.
Absolutely the exact same dress.
Boring.
She looked gorgeous.
Yeah,
but it's the same. So I do appreciate when someone like does a hard pivot.
I am in a not self-reflective space. I'm like boring.
Yeah,
Meanwhile,
boring.
Same. Although
we come here in cardigans every single week. Yes, we do that.
I will say I feel like I switched up my Oscars looks over the years.
Yeah, you did.
I did step out of my comfort zone.
I did notice that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can really see a style evolution there.
Yeah, thanks.
For sure. Yeah.
I didn't get stuck. I do get stuck in the hair and makeup world. I just do.
But I would disagree.
Okay.
I saw very many different looks just from the ones that we talked about and posted on our socials. And I love doing that little retrospective.
Yeah, it was fun.
You always look gorgeous, but certainly those are big memes, big moments to commemorate.
Yeah.
Back to Andrew Garfield.
Yeah.
So we did discuss his new romance last week on the pod.
Yes.
He is rumored to be in a relationship with one of the nominees of the night, Monica Barbaro.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was confirmed last night.
It looked like it, didn't it?
They did arrive at the Oscars within moments of each other. They also left the party together. And then I don't know, do you know Amelia de Moldenberg?
I don't know.
Okay, so for those who don't know, for those who do, if you know, you know.
Is this a reality person?
It's more of like she's more of like a Gen Z media personality. She has a show on YouTube.
This girl,
the Chicken Chop Date.
Yes, of course. I didn't know that was her last name.
Amelia de Moldenberg.
Okay,
I'm a big fan. I
love her. She's so cute. I love their banter. Yes. I've just never heard her name said out loud.
Yeah,
anyway.
And she was hosting, I think the official Academy carpet, which is amazing. She's British. She's dry. She's sarcastic. We love it.
Yeah.
And her whole shtick is these chicken chop dates where she brings male and female stars to a fried chicken shop and takes them on a quote unquote date.
Yes.
And does like a little interview shtick. And she was having major vibes with Andrew Garfield.
The whole world was convinced this is a thing.
Well, I'm pretty sure
was it a thing?
Was, or it could have been, or they were both sort of dancing around it. Like it didn't feel like it was put on. Like these two were definitely vibing.
Yeah.
And it really did set the world on fire. Now Amelia interviewed Monica.
Whoa.
Okay. And this is what she said. She said, "I think we have something in common." And Monica's like, "We do?" And she ended up saying something totally different.
Right.
And Monica said, "I didn't think that's what you were going to say." And she's like, "Oh, really?" Like they were both playing to it.
I love it.
But Monica, I feel, confirmed it in that moment.
Yes.
Saying,
she did.
Basically implying, I thought what you were going to say is what we have in common is Andrew.
This guy.
Yeah. And I thought that was a really cute moment. Maybe not everyone caught it because it just lives on the Academy Instagram, but I was like, "Oh, I see you.
I see you.
I see you." And then they left together.
Yeah.
So looks like it's a thing.
Cute.
And I don't know if I mentioned last week, but she was a nominee this year for the Oscars. And they make one hot duo.
And listen, the man, as we've said, is a global treasure.
He really is.
And we want great for him. If she's great, then that's fantastic. Even the way he was with Goldie Hawn.
I was going to say, I messaged you right away because I was like, are you okay? Do you have Kleenex nearby? Because he did reference his mother and his grief and in his moment with Goldie. I don't know if that was scripted, actually. It felt like it might not have been.
Felt very, very natural in the moment.
Felt very natural, where he told Goldie that his mom was a big fan of hers and that she brought so much light and laughter into their home. And like, he just does that every time. You cannot help but just want to hug him and hold him and adore him.
And he's so aware of the people around him too. You could tell he handled, Goldie couldn't read the teleprompter.
Yeah.
I love that, to be honest.
We can relate hard.
I don't have cataracts, but I definitely have
just like us.
Declining vision.
Yeah.
And he just handled that so graciously.
Yeah.
And took over that part for her.
Yeah, he really
and just
did.
really held her, which was so lovely.
He was literally holding her.
Yeah.
I asked James, I was like, is that normal for him to have his arm all the way around her, holding her waist, like a full handful of waist.
Yeah, it was a whole lot of Goldie.
And then he was like, no, I think he's like supporting her. Like as though like sturding her.
Oh,
maybe.
I looked it up. She's 79.
Yeah.
Goldie Hawn.
Yeah, because I was like, she either looks really, really good for her age or not that great for her age.
One of the two.
Turns out really good for her age. And she is just so her.
Yes.
She really committed to her bit. And that's someone whose style has not evolved in her glam, in her dressing, in her hair. Bang. It's all the same.
That is my girl,
which I love.
You know, I love a Goldie.
Yeah, everybody loved her. I mean, the whole crowd like roared when she came out.
Yeah.
Not to jump around here, but as I said, I do think that women in that age bracket really did have a moment. Not putting Goldie and Halle in necessarily the same category, but women over 50. And I think, yeah, that's sort of the box that I'm talking about. Oprah also looked insanely good. Did. Like all these women who like Meg Ryan, Oprah, Halle, Goldie, Demi. Yeah, Demi just looked. I really felt like they shone the brightest.
They did shine. We're not talking about the under 40, 50 set, really.
We're really not.
No, you're right. They did shine the brightest. They were the brightest stars in Hollywood last night.
They were.
Oh, that's such a nice takeaway from this year's Oscars.
Yeah. And this is our first Oscar show of many to come.
Yeah.
And I had fun.
And it was by design that we kicked this show off at the top of award season. And we've made it through our first award season too, which is yay us.
I'm going to say, see you on the other side of my vacation. Have a great week, everyone.
Yes.
And don't bother me.
You know, I'm going to have to. Yes. I was actually going to say,
I'm just kidding. If anybody can get through my do not disturb, it's Danielle.
It's me.
Danielle and my mom.
I'll check in.
Have a great week, everyone.
Have a great week. Thank you for listening and sharing and commenting and getting in our DMs. We love hearing from you.
Yeah, let us know who your best dressed and worst dressed are. We love doing that.
We do.
I feel like the society kind of went away from like best and worst dressed, but I'm back there now. Like, I think we can do that and do it in a way that's like kind and respectful. Just be like, yeah, not my favorite look.
Not my favorite look, Kylie Jenner.
Not my favorite look, Whoopi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I stand by that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love that.
Well, goodbye, everybody. Have a great week. We'll
Bye.
see you next week. Bye.
Love you.